I'm having your baby, JR. Your dad has got to get behind that. You're a conniving little tramp, and I can prove it. I actually wrote those lines. All My Children, episode 8730. Yes, I wrote for 2 daytime soap operas, All My Children and One Life to Live. And it was fun. But let's face it, creating drama for TV is fun and it's profitable. Drama in your workplace, in your life, not so fun. Definitely not profitable. Drama researcher Cy Wakeman says that we spend 2.5 hours a day dealing with workplace drama. That's 12.5 hours a week. And add to that the drama in our personal lives, it's a wonder we have time for anything at all. And that's why, after creating drama for so many years, I now help you rewrite drama in the workplace and in your life. What most people don't know about writing for soaps is that it takes 2 teams of writers working on every episode. Now, the first team writes the outline, so they're called the breakdown writers. That's what I did for One Life to Live. We basically write what is supposed to happen in each episode, scene by scene, in outline form. The other team is the script writers, and that's what I did for All My Children. We write the action and the dialogue, what the actors actually say and do. Now, what I started to realize is that drama in our real lives, it kind of happens the same way. I mean, think about it. Our companies, our leadership teams, our government, our parents, they are like the breakdown writers. They set down the structure, the rules, the systems, the expectations of how things are supposed to happen in a given day, a year, or a lifetime. And then you and everybody that you interact with, we are like the scriptwriters. Every day we write our own dialogue, we write our own actions, we decide how we're going to react to things. And sometimes, just like in the soaps, how we react is what creates the drama. Now, I'm sure none of you have ever called anyone a conniving little tramp. At least I hope not. But you may have said something along the lines or heard something along the lines like, oh, you weren't included in that email chain? Huh. I thought all the important people were included. Or, I need those files now. I don't care if you're backed up. These are little seeds where drama grows. Yes. So what causes drama? Why does it happen? Now, every good writer knows that conflict creates drama. And what soap opera characters do is they want something desperately, but there's always an obstacle. Your dad has got to be behind this. You're a conniving little tramp. Conflict. We all want something desperately. We want recognition. We want success. We want money. We want respect, the sense of belonging. But there's always an obstacle. Sometimes that obstacle is systemic barriers. Sometimes it is conflict with difficult or toxic bosses or colleagues or just people. And sometimes, if we're being honest, the conflict is our own mindset. Think about something that you want really badly. Now, the interesting thing is that everybody in here, everybody watching, is probably wanting and needing similar things. But how we go about trying to get what we want and how we react when we don't get what we want, they're all completely different. And here's why. Before I could work on any show, I had to study what is called the show Bible. Now, that's a history of everything that happened on the show ever. We are all carrying around our own show Bibles. It's a history of our unique experiences, our traumas, our victories, and that shapes how we react to not getting what we want, how we go about trying to get what we want. And unfortunately, the problem is, most people don't take time to study each other's show Bibles. So that creates drama and conflict. Heck, we don't even study our own show Bibles. So I'm going to share with you a tiny chapter from my show Bible. My father was a career Navy man, and so he expected his house and family to run like a ship. Now, my mother was a free spirit who just loved living by her own rules. So you can imagine the drama and the conflict and the dynamic that happened there. And I had an older sister who recently shared in front of a lot of other people how much she hated the fact that I came along and ruined her solo act. Meanwhile, I was this shy, awkward child. Yes, my literal nickname was Shy, and they were not being ironic. I was soaking up all of this drama, all of this dynamic, all of this conflict. And I gotta tell you, it still pops up to this day. Put me in a room with someone with a controlling energy like my father, instant tension. Or with the diva energy of my sister, and I can revert back to shy Robyn, who feels like she's not allowed to take up space. I'm sure, what is the backstory that still triggers unwanted reactions in you? But there was another member of the soap writing team that was critical. The editor. The editor had to read all the scripts, all of the outlines, and know the show Bible. And they had this remarkable power. They could cut or rewrite anything that they felt did not support the story. And that is what we have to become in our own lives. We have to become audacious, relentless editors of our own life story. Wouldn't it be great if you could just cut out a scene or a person that doesn't serve you? Or rewrite a conversation before it turns into that unwanted drama. Yeah, I believe we can. And that's why I'm going to share with you 3 of my many different strategies for rewriting drama and detoxing it from your life and becoming better editors. Number 1, of course, is identify your toxin. What is creating the most drama in your life? Is it a person? Is it a thing? Is it a situation? And then ask yourself, is this a new plot line? Or is this a tired old rerun from my past? Then once you've identified that toxin, strategy number 2 is get curious instead of furious. I have a client who used to dread her monthly team meetings because of this one really problematic colleague. And it was affecting my client's ability to actually share and contribute on these calls. And so instead of having her continually react to this person's negative energy, we got super curious. Curious about her own communication style, the other person's communication style, their backstories, their show Bibles, their wants, their needs. And by no means is this an excuse for difficult people, no. But once my client got super curious, she was able to see the patterns in their drama. And by seeing that, she was able to edit and rewrite her scripts. And within 1 month, she could contribute on those calls and get the acknowledgement that she deserved. The last step I'm going to share with you is know your purpose. The thing that makes soap characters so compelling is not their brilliant lines, but it is their deep sense of purpose. They know exactly what they want and exactly how they're going to get it and exactly why they want. And that gives them the strength to face any obstacle that comes their way. Now, same is true for us. We have that same power. When you know your purpose, what matters most to you, what you stand by, it's so much easier to just edit out the drama that doesn't serve you. And that's what I had to do. I mean, for years, it was as if my purpose was protecting shy Robyn. But when I realized that my real purpose was helping others navigate their drama, that gave me the audacity to edit and rewrite and recast my role. Was it scary? You bet it was. But my purpose was stronger than my fear. So think about your purpose. What matters so much to you that it is worth facing, rewriting, and editing your story? Because here's the thing. Drama is inevitable because we cannot always control the outlines, the breakdowns that other people have written for us. But we can rewrite our reaction. We can reshape our relationships. And we can redirect our energy towards what really matters. By understanding your own show Bible and getting curious about each other's, we can move drama from the main storyline in our lives to the minor subplot in our lives, one we control. I'm Robyn Hatcher. Thank you for being part of my storyline today.